I enjoyed being here. Oh, I'm introducing you. Okay. Here's my good friend Dustin Elringer. Give it up. And real quick, just boo at me for forgetting that. Come on, boo me. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go, sir.
Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming out and supporting us like this. We love it. I'm going to move pretty quick because I got a lot of material there. So if I don't give you enough time to laugh, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me start with I knew Shawn had really struck it rich when I saw a picture of his now wife dressed as a slutty version of Ash from Pokemon. And I was like, and then they eloped in Vegas, and he asked me for a wedding gift, and I said, you've already found love. I'm kidding, he didn't ask me for anything. Pokemon Go, let's talk about Pokemon Go for a minute. When this first came out, I was at an open mic, and somebody said, toss me a topic of any kind. They said, Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go. He went, I don't want to talk about Pokemon. He was kind of a hillbilly. And I wanted to be a dick, so I was like, Pokemon Go! And he was like, alright, well, I don't even know what Pokemon is. Why don't you tell me what Pokemon is? And she went, well, you take these little animals and you put them in these balls. And then you make them fight other animals. And he goes, how the fuck is that any different than what Michael Vick was up to? Also, while we're on the topic here, Mr. Gregor right here, I got the greatest lap dance of my life from that midnight convergence.
Yeah, right.
Some of you were lucky enough to see that. I ran out of $1 bills for this man.
That's more.
That's not a joke, that's just me kind of confessing things. I'm a broken shell of a man. I don't have my own shit figured out, but we don't have a title for it, but Maggie, she's Maggie.
Oh,
I love you, Maggie.
She told me I looked like I belonged under a streetlight on the corner of someplace sad and lonely.
I love you.
She, our friend Eric, he's a great guy. He's a wine connoisseur. She walked up to me and she was quoting some movie or something. She said something really funny, it's beautiful, it's a sunset. And then in the background, I can see him struggling with his wine and a can of bug spray, and he sprayed his arm, but he'd also spilled wine on his arm. So our friend Eric is going, my arm wine tastes like bug spray. Good times. Any Star Trek fans out here? So I got these brothers, these friends, the Ashton brothers. They love that Star Trek Online. Anybody like that? So, I don't know. I would go over there and watch them play. And the first brother's telling me, he's like, I don't want to brag, man, but I'm pretty good at this. Pretty good. I'm a really good captain. Now, mind you, this is a three-dimensional world. You can go fucking anywhere, and he bumped into another ship. But it was cloaked, but it was a Romulan war. The thing was, it was the size of a moon, and he just bumps into it. And he doesn't hail it. He doesn't, no form, he just, I hear him go, he goes, wah! And he starts button mashing, and you ever seen a ship in Star Trek start to spaz out, laser beams are shooting out in different directions, balls shooting out, and this thing's on fire, and it's starting to fall out of orbit. And I was like, dude, what the hell, eh? Eh? And he pushes the button to hail him, and they're like, we're mad at you. And then he pushes the next one, and they're like, we're sorry. And he looks right at me and goes, pretty good at this game. And meanwhile, his brother is now, he's not in a ship, it's an Avatar character, and he's in what appears to be an ancient library. And he's like, I try to be like Picard, really try to work with people and whatnot. Now, as he's telling me this, a guy came up who looked like a Vulcan and was like, "Excuse me, sir, you can't be in here." And he went, "Whack!" Punch that motherfucker in the face, and the dude collapsed on the ground and shit. And he starts to leave, and I was like, "Man, he just knocked that guy out." And his brother looks at me and goes, "You know what's really fucked up? You can't knock people out in this game. That guy's dead." And I was like, "What the shit, Noah?" And he was like, "Trying to save his planet." And I was like, "He asked for a library card!" Holy crap. So, anybody like those DC animated movies?
Woo! Oh, yeah.
Anybody got kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody mistakenly watch those with your kids? Don't do that. So, my son, I have no idea at this point, but my son, we're at Netflix, and I said, "Which movie do you want?" "Under the Red Hood, Dad." Yeah. So there's the scene where the Joker asks for a glass of water, the Black Mask is breaking him out of jail, there's 4 henchmen in the room, and he says, can I have a glass of water?" The guy hands it to him, and he swirls it, and then he breaks it and stabs the guy in the jaw, grabs his gun, shoots the other 3 henchmen, and then goes, "I'm gonna need something to wear." My 5-year-old looked at me and went, "Those guys are dead, huh, Dad?" I was like, "Oh man, I am not getting that Father of the Year award." Fast forward, my kids are nerds like me, but sometimes you don't realize like where their nerdism kind of gets inspired. Like my son likes Star Wars, and it never dawned on me that he hadn't watched the movies. He was a big Clone Wars fan, and I'm playing The Force Unleashed. I'm beating up Vader, and in my nerd shit talk, I'm like, "Take it, Anakin, yeah!" My son looks at me and goes, "Oh, Anakin and Darth Vader have the same name?" And I went, "No, they don't." "Oh no." I would have rather have told him Santa wasn't real.
Still have time.
I was like, he's figured it out. I was like, let's watch a 3rd movie. That should provide some context. If I forgot how much it doesn't. And then there's the scene where the little kid's like, "Anakin?" And then he turns on the lightsaber. Next time you see him, the kids are just laying on the ground. And my kid looks up at me and goes, "Those kids aren't getting back up, huh, Dad?" And I'm like, I am so good at this parenting thing. So then we decided to watch Big Hero 6.
Yeah. Baby!
My son went, he went, "Dad, I like that movie, but it makes me very sad because the robot dies at the end." And I was like, "That's okay. Bitch, I've muscled through Bambi. I watched Old Yeller, like, I can do this." Now, he falls asleep, and thank God, because I was crying so hard. I would rather tell my son, like, Daddy cut his own foot off by mistake, than like, Daddy's really sad that Huggy the robot is gone. And then, like, surprise, like, the microchip is there in his hand, and he just plugs in a new robot, and ta-da, Huggy the robot's back. And so I asked my son, I was like, "How far did you watch into that movie?" And he goes, "Oh, I stopped watching after the robot died." And I was like, "Did you know the robot came back?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I did know that. How do you like it?" Did that hurt, Dad? I taught my son how Google works, and now he's smarter than I am. We watched Wonder Woman 1, and I said, "I don't know much about World War I, buddy." And he looked at me and he went, "Well, you see, Dad, it all started when there were economic tensions in the Balkans." And I fact-checked that shit, and he's right. Can I tell you guys a dirty joke?
No.
I should have known, because this is a community that embraces hentai. Now, I know not all hentai is created equally, but can I get everybody just look to your left, look to your right, make eye contact with the people around you. Several people in this room are into tentacle rape.
You got me.
Yes! That was not the reaction I was like, too many people were like, that's right, I'm one of them.
No, technically rape is like shallow, so you gotta get into Shad Man.
I don't know what that is, and based on Gregor's response.
Exactly.
Gregor's like the Dark Lord to me, and if you just made like Shawn go like, ho ho ho.
Yeah, Shad Man.
Alright, it's party time! Again, I walked out to Gregor, and he walked up and he said in that fucking amazing accent, he's like, hey mate, you want to donate? Gregor wants some more beer fund. And he's got his little, black, what do you call that? Just Speedo?
Dick pouch, basically.
Dick pouch, okay. Dick pouch, I like that. There's one sticking out all over, and I drag out a chair, and he's like, oh, you want to dance? I wanted to dance. And he gave me, again, best lap dance of my life, and his body's remarkably soft. But then I said some girls when I screamed at the go-go dancers, pay attention strippers, this is how it's done. And then initially I was just going to give $1, but I was like, I have at least 2 more here. That makes 3. And then he was done, I was like, I feel like I owe you money. That's how good of a lap dance it was. Like, seriously, do you get a chance? Anyway, so Maggie, my little sweetie pie there, this is what she tells me. Like, pretty sure this girl's a little damaged herself. And this is why. She's telling me about her favorite characters, and she's like, it's so hot for mouthwash when Harry Potter. Who's your favorite character from Game of Thrones? She's like, I don't know if it was Ramsay or if it was Joffrey, but...
Bruh.
I was like, who? I'm really into Naruto. You like Naruto? She's like, I like Gaara, before he got psychiatric treatment. When he was still all like, that's how I deal with my problems. I was like, who's your favorite character in The Last Airbender? She says, oh, Prince Zuko. And here's the real kicker too. She thought like Jigsaw was just a guy trying to do his job. So then I was like, all right. Who the fuck molested you? Darth Vader? Cobra Commander? The Dark Lord Saren. Show me on The Hobbit where he touched you. I got a lot of nerd-inspired tattoos, and this one right here, this Full Metal Alchemist one, my aunt, who's a bit of a crazy Catholic, she's like, is that a serpent with a crucifix? And I said, well, yes, but it represents the law of equal exchange, and nothing in life is given without something of equal value being given out in its place. And she went, have fun explaining that to Jesus in hell. I was like, why the fuck am I that important that Jesus is visiting me in hell? And he's like, man, you fucked up with that tattoo, huh? You'd have been just fine if it weren't for that tattoo. So I'm like, what the hell are you grading on then? You ever try to ruin your ex's life? Like, I started to get addictive, and I was like,
I have exes.
I was gonna go. I was like, man, I should do something to the car. Right? That's what people do. And then somebody was like, oh, that car doesn't run. It doesn't work. And I cleaned it out for once. I found moldy cigarette. I was like, man, it's already as shitty as it gets. So then, maybe I could get her fired from her job, but then she got herself fired from her job. So then I was going to release rats into her apartment, but she already had rats, and they were way bigger than the rats that I had. And I called her out on that, and she was like, hey man, we're all just trying to raise our rats the best we can. She's a dumb bitch. You're stupid when somebody runs you over with a car, and you're like, lovers' quarrels.
See, when you really want to fuck with someone's car, you take a little BB pellet and then stick it in their tire cap in the air.
You may just have described a felony, sir.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that out loud.
And then you just put it back on.
I have this uncanny ability to
Don't give them ideas.
hear a voice in a cartoon and pinpoint which actor was saying it. But I'll give you an example. So we were watching Justice League Unlimited.
Yes.
My buddy was like, who is Orion? And I was like, Ron Perlman. And he was like, damn, who's our local senator? And I was like, I don't know, some asshole. Doesn't care about me. A lot of you will notice Deadpool sitting in the back there. He's a bit of an attention whore. Only when he's got the mask on. So the last con, him and our good friend Eric, this gentleman in the green shirt right here. Eric's a good
Call us both out now.
Now,
Calm down with me.
Alright.
That's how it goes.
what happened was
we get
just
to it.
for some reason they were left alone and then they stopped being able to form full sentences. I came up and I was like, hey, we're going to go inside. And the one just looks at me blankly and he goes, no, go inside. It's hot inside. And then Tony goes, anger. Anger. You know how it be, but it do.
That's why it
Be
is.
how it do. Anger. This went on for a while. Now, a lot of people know I like to experiment with fun drugs. You know, I'm not let's try smoking crystal meth but I will try like a little bit of, you know, feel good. So I kept asking about a drug and all they'd say is it will make you happy. I've done so many drugs now with the same person that I'm certain that if I even have like a life-changing experience, you know, and like in the movies when like Morgan Freeman or, you know, the entity takes some sort of form to help like grip your mind, it's gonna be Chris, the ninja guy in the back there, the Naruto guy. And I was like, oh damn, you called me out. No, he's like, I'm gonna be like, whoa, Chris, he's like, I'm not really Chris, man, but your mind needed to wrap your head around this, and Chris is usually there when you do too fucking much because you're stupid. Usually the last thing you hear before I go, uh-oh, is Chris go, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that much. Always steering me in the right direction, though. Chris, I love you. I really do hope, though, like, someday, like, that's my, like, guardian angel. Like, takes the form of Chris, and he's like, yeah, I just figured this would be a comforting form. Like, this guy's held your hand a few times when you were having panic attacks. I just figured. This was a text message that I got from Deadpool, and I was really concerned about my friend there. It seemed like he was depressed, you know. I just think he was growing up a little too fast. And I got, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Oh yes, laugh out loud. I'm downgrading to the man-child premium plan. It has more fun and less consequences. But they have a feature if you ignore them and add in an I don't care policy. It pretty much spells them out. This... No, I forgot. I promised I wouldn't say that one. I would have gotten into trouble. And I don't know if you've seen that guy outside of the costume. He's fucking terrifying, dude. He looks like Mexican Goldberg, and he's not. I know, and he's not Mexican or Goldberg, so like it's scary. Like, dude, he's jacked. Like, and then he's like, I don't like my stomach looks. I'm like, shut the hell up. I can't gain weight to save my goddamn life.
Oh, lucky you.
I know. I know, everybody's like, oh, there's a problem. Stuff like, look at my arms, man. Like, it's hard to, like, I gotta, like find reasons to be like, oh, this, right here.
Look at those 12-inch pythons.
You want to hear my favorites? Here's one. You might want to call animal control because there's a couple of pythons on there. While you're at it, get the vet on the phone because these puppies are sick. I can't remember anymore, but those are both pretty cool. Let's see here. I usually cosplay as the Joker. I don't know if any of you have ever seen me do that. I do the Suicide Squad Joker.
Woo!
I do take some gruff for it, but
underrated.
I'll put it on. I put it on this dating app profile, and this girl immediately hit me up. And there were 4 pictures of me dressed normal, but the 4th one or the 5th one, and she says, "I noticed you like to cosplay as the Joker." That's probably a red flag. And I was like, yeah, probably. Do you like sushi? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I just want to make somebody mad with that. Now I went a little too fast. So, I am going to give... Oh, I'll tell this one. Does anybody like to play Monopoly?
No.
Nobody likes to play Monopoly.
The best game of Monopoly I ever played, I was in jail. We had 3 games, Stratego, Risk, or Monopoly. Now, if you've never played Monopoly with a bunch of street hoods, you need to. It's a whole different way to play. Like at one point, this one guy, he looked at me, he was like, hey man, I'll trade you the waterworks for Reading Railroad. It's a good deal. Take it! And I was like, are you trying to fucking strong arm me at Monopoly? I'm not gonna let you do it. That's not how. And there was this, I kid you not, this like only in St. Cloud, Minnesota, there was this Asian gentleman who referred to himself in the third person as the Duke. And he was not shy about them arresting him for selling meth, or how much meth he sold, or how much meth he was going to sell when he got out of jail. And we had this kid who was just in there for the weekend, like he'd just done something dumb and drunk, and it was the way that, and this guy talked to everybody, man. He was belittling to his own people. I heard him say, all Chinese people who are not from Shanghai or Beijing, the hillbilly. And they're like, Jesus Christ, that's offensive on so many levels. And then this guy, you know, he just, I mean, everybody, man, he had offensive things to say to everybody, but this kid landed on the, like, pay 200% of your income or $200, and he's like, 200% of your income or $200, whatever, great. And the kid was like, I don't. And so this guy's ridiculing him when this other gentleman, one who looked just like Daryl from Hello, My Name is Earl, and the other one who just looked like a scary Indian, came up, and I heard the word. I know you're not making fun of a motherfucker because he doesn't read or write well. And I was like, actually, they're making fun of him because he's bad at math. They were making fun of me because I don't read well. I'm pretty sure he's on our side. Yeah, so that was the end of that. The Duke, he didn't talk no more. Anyway, fuck that guy. Jail sucks. Okay, I think we're getting close to the end of our show, right? I'm a whore for attention. Alright, so tomorrow, if you guys enjoyed this, I'm going to be doing comedy tomorrow. We've got an event at the Park Activity Center in Cottage Grove. It's an artisanal art event. There's a lot of really crazy artwork out there. We have phone smithers, jewelry makers. You have like fine wooden, glow-in-the-dark jewelry that you can show your grandma, and she's going to go like, wow, that is so awesome, and then take it into the rave, and people are going to be like, holy shit. That's mind-blowing. There's just going to be a lot of great arts and crafts there. It's $5 to get in. Every dime goes to help needy kids that parents were killed in combat. Now, the reason I'm telling you all about this is because there's a gentleman at the top that has tried really hard to sabotage this event. So we're trying to pull in as many people as we can. Long story short, what I can tell you is this guy thinks that a woman's place is in the kitchen or wherever the fuck he tells her to be.
Gross.
Yeah, so he did everything he could to sabotage this because he didn't like the young, ambitious lady that organized the event. He even at one point tried to credit me with it, and I was like, I love compliments, but don't try to make me sound like I'm smarter than I am. You're setting us both up for failure, you fucking jackass. Look, long story short, if you can come out and support us, you'll be supporting a lot of great causes. There's going to be a lot of cool art. We're there from 10 to 4:30. If you have any questions, we're going to have some flyers up, or you can talk to me or any one of our team. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting comedy tonight.
So, more shameless plug. So, if you want to follow me on social media, I've got some business cards up here. It's Peter the Great MN on everything. Also, we'll be at Dice Show Con next month for those going out to Wisconsin.